Okay, we're going to try this again. Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Cooper from the Chattanooga Twistcast Storm Center here. The current time is right now 10:53, and we have been busy all day today on the Twistcast Storm team, tracking just numerous severe weather reports from tornadoes to large hail and damaging winds, and it's all because we had a very strong cold air trough, a very strong associated jet stream, all trying to mix together in a very warm, moist air pattern. That doesn't work that way. You usually get a lot of severe weather, and that also is the case that happened back in 2010. What? Tornadoes. We're talking EF2 tornado happening in Peeltown, Illinois, an EF2 tornado happening in Chickamauga, Tennessee, closer to Chattanooga, Tennessee there. Also an EF2 tornado happening in Buckland, Ohio, and then as that front moved a little bit further eastward, you had another tornado that touched down over in Cluster Springs, Virginia. And then as the front pushed a little further eastward into the North Carolina, South Carolina borders there, tornadoes reported in the Vail and Clermont County, North Carolina area. So there you see the history. Now you ask me, why are we reporting history? Well, because history can repeat itself, and that's what exactly looks like it's trying to do. We had a dozen tornadoes tonight. My question is, will there be any more tornadoes to come? And that's something I cannot answer, but we do have some ingredients that show that potential, except just a little bit weaker. Let me show you exactly what kind of front we're doing. We're dealing with a very strong cold front. Along the northeast of that, a very strong jet stream, and then you have that mixing layer of warm, moist, diabolic air. And with that in place, you have what we call a baroclinic zone, and this is actually taking place across the Midwest. It's trying to rotate its way to the north, but instead of doing that, it's going to push its way off toward the east. Now down into the Gulf Coast, that low pressure system there, that is what is known as Tropical Storm Karen, who is now losing intensity because when you don't have thunderstorms near the hurricane wall or the tropical storm or the developing center wall, and you got three different shears kind of blowing in different directions, the storm intends to squeeze with pressure and it knocks itself out. So maybe not much of an effect for as far as hurricane is concerned, but it's like my girlfriend said, either whether it's a tropical depression, tropical storm, or hurricane, you still feel some pretty good effects from it, especially with all that wind shear. You still feel the tornado potential, and we're going to talk about that effect right now. As a matter of fact, Tropical Storm Karen is still expected to push northeastward through the Gulf Coast and possibly into the Tennessee Valley as we go into the weekend as that front draws near. And yes, we could see anywhere between it was looking at 3 to 6 inches of rain. We could still see at least 1 to 4 inches of rain from the Gulf Coast to the Tennessee Valley. A little bit more heavier rain back off into the Gulf Coast, not including what we may see in that cold front range. So we still could see a lot of heavy rainfall. It just really depends on how much rain we will see once that front comes through. Now let's talk about the severe weather tonight. There's still a tornado watch until midnight Central Daylight Time for a portion of Iowa. If you're in Iowa tonight until midnight Central Daylight Time, that expires in 2 more hours. There's still a tornado watch there, as you could see some scattered, possibly some severe thunderstorms, producing a few more tornadoes before the night is all said and done. And in Oklahoma, you have that severe thunderstorm watch, and that is caused, once again, by that very strong cold front. Now, one thing I want to show you really neat. Take a look at this. This is exactly the water precipitation models here, and this is coming off of, I think it's the GFS actually, and as you can see here, look at these water temperatures. We're talking 1.5 to almost 2.5 from the Gulf Coast of Mexico into the Tennessee Valley, and look at that to the west of it, that very strong, sharp cold front, and you can easily see that spin right on up there into portions of North Dakota, South Dakota. It's pushing its way off to the northeast. You can actually see the front, how strong it is. You can see exactly how strong the warm front is. Now, look at that. It goes from the northeastern states all the way back to the west of the Tennessee Valley. And just to the east of that front, you have a lot of you have a lot of moisture that's coming up from the Gulf Coast of Mexico, also from what is known as Karen. So it looks like as that front approaches eastward, the chances of severe weather is going to increase once again, not only today, but we can see the chances of severe weather back on the rise as we go into your Saturday and Sunday. So we're talking Saturday for portions of the Ohio Valley, maybe parts of Tennessee, and then Saturday night and Sunday across the rest of Middle and East Tennessee. I know it's something you don't want to hear, but you got to get ready for it. Potential for some damaging winds, maybe some tornadoes. Let's talk exactly the Cape values. Now, another thing we look for to severe weather is Cape values, and as you can see, there's going to be plenty of that. The strongest Cape values is going to be as Tropical Storm Karen approaches into the Gulf Coast. You'll see Texas there, the Gulf Coast getting sprinkled with some really good Cape. But as you make your way on up into the Tennessee Valley and into Chicago, Illinois, the Ohio Valley, you're talking 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram. So we're definitely going to watch that as these storms make its way on up into the area in east-northeast in through the Ohio Valley. So we're looking at joules joules per kinetic energy is actually what they call it. I call it joules per kilogram, but you're looking at joules per kinetic energy, and it does look like that the chances for severe weather, strong severe storms, will once again increase as we go into Saturday. Now, once again, how bad the tornado threat will depend exactly on how strong that upper level force will stay and exactly how the warm front will react as it moves off to the northeast. Will the chance of severe weather weaken? That is a considered possibility. Will it strengthen? That's also a possibility. You just can't tell right now as we still got a good long way to go. I will tell you this. I wouldn't trust it with my hands tied behind my back. I would watch out very, very close because you just never know. Here's the updated Twistcast forecast for tomorrow. We're talking from the Ohio Valley down into the Tennessee Valley and into the Gulf Coast. We're looking at a 4. That is actually a tornado index of 4 from Twistcast, and that only means a 20% chance of a few isolated weak tornadoes. It's a very high chance. It's the very last number in weak tornado probability, but still the chances for weak tornadoes is going to remain isolated. We also could see some damaging winds, possibly some isolated hail. Now, the Storm Prediction Center also has the chances for severe weather. We're talking from West Tennessee on up into Ohio, on up maybe portions of Wisconsin there, and back down into northeastern areas of Arkansas. So the chances for severe weather continues, some large hail, damaging wind potential as we go in through the day tomorrow, and then that chances for large hail and damaging wind potential makes its way on Sunday from Middle Tennessee to East Tennessee into the Carolinas. So late Saturday into Sunday, it looks like it's going to be a pretty good chance for showers and thunderstorms. And again, you may want to keep some candles nearby just in case electricity goes out. You may want to keep flashlights by because it looks like these storms are going to continue to race on through from the Midwest. Now, a little hint to tell you, as the temperatures start increasing once again tomorrow, we get that strong lift once again. That's what is going to build these thunderstorms back up. Exactly how intense they will be. I will be watching the Tennessee ball game somewhat tomorrow, but I will be tracking the storms as well the best way I can. So anything comes up tomorrow, I will definitely let you know here from the Twistcast Storm Team Center. Other than that, hope you have a really safe weekend. Please remember that if you hear thunder, you're close enough to be struck by lightning. Also, if you spot a tornado, you don't want to take a chance to try to outrun it. You want to try to go into a low interior room, a place without windows, maybe a basement. And if you're doing any school activity, kids, with any parents or teachers this weekend, I know some schools hold activities especially maybe some child schooling or something, you want to go to hallway when tornadoes approach as well. From the Twistcast Storm Team Center, we will keep you updated right here. I'm Steve Cooper. Looks like it's going to be another busy next couple of days. Maybe not as big as a tornado threat, but still, that chance is there along with some severe thunderstorms. Have a great night.